my darling
I'm
sister?
fine, thank you very much. Just woke up. Find out you've started the live. Actually, I missed some, which I'll still do like a playback to see what you've discussed. Of
Oh,
course, I'm a Christian.
mm,
I've seen what Pastor Tunde Bakari said. It's actually heartbreaking. He's a spiritual father to all, and I believe that all our spiritual parents should be sensitive with whatever they say sometimes because it's not too nice, especially when things are concerning the youth, not just the youth alone. This gentleman's spirit is very strong. It's all over the world. It's all over. I can't really pick where is not being mourned at the minute. Because and like I told somebody, I said, except you don't have a child, except my kids were really confused about it because when you live abroad and children see things like that, they get frightened about going home with you, especially to your
mm.
home country, and especially like showing them something again, like there was an incident of a child that was kidnapped and all the likes. So, and they were bothered like, what happened? How did they have to do that to him? Can't he just seek for support? And even now my kids were like, they need to move the wife and the daughter and the son. They have their opinion. Everybody has their opinion. Of course, even if somebody is at fault at that point, he's already been buried. He's gone through a lot. He's gone through loads. It's so painful. Everything has not gone really well. I look at Iyabo Ojo. She's a fantastic mother. In fact, a lot of people stand up, arise to support this gentleman. I know things are happening. I know we grew from Africa where people talk about Aboku Soro. I know people talk about Adetoun. I don't want to, at the minute, I don't want to talk about anybody. I don't want to say somebody is wrong, somebody is right. I just want everybody
But
to
what
be
is your
careful.
opinion about Adetoun?
As a growing child in Nigeria, I grew up in Abeokuta. And my grandfather was one of the Afrobajes, and they believe in charms and all that. And I believe there is charms. I believe there is African magic. I believe things happen, and I believe while I was growing, there was this comedy that says "Àwọn Aboku Sọ̀rọ̀," those Papi Lolo and Aluwe stuff like they call their dead and they speak and they tell their family what it is. I'm not gonna be saying supporting people to say maybe she's crazy or something is wrong with her. I want to believe that everybody's got their spiritual sensitivity in different ways. Even the Bible talk about the spirit he has given to everybody. Some spirit of prophecy, some spirit to see, discerning spirit, different spirit that God talked about that is giving everybody on the separate note. But the fact that he's now doing a video call saying, "Oh, MohBad, familiar now, Majeshe," those things goes extra mile in my mind. Of course, she doesn't really. I'm not blaming her. She's a mother. She's gone through a lot now, helping the gentleman, praying, and everybody knows that this guy is not sleeping well. Because if he's sleeping well, the whole world will not be touched as much as this. He has touched the whole world. I've not seen even a president that has touched the whole world as much as this. Everybody is going through one thing or the other. For 4 days like that, I couldn't sleep. I lost my sleep. And I was doing night shift and I was coming back and I was just like that, thinking about this gentleman who died, whom I never heard a song, who I don't know. And I had to start browsing about him, start thinking about him. But basically, everything surrounding this gentleman, I think, is all about poverty. And that people hear and see the dead, I believe it happens. Because I know my grandfather has said it before. I believe it happens. It depends on what kind of power they have. I know some people can do funny things about it, making more people to join them on whatever Instagram, forming clowns and all the likes, which doesn't really make sense. But I heard while I was growing, and I grew up in having a grandfather who believes in those things that they believe. In the olden days, our grandparents are in cult and they are not hiding it, like lodge and all those stuffs. And then they call you and tell you like, mommy, mo fe ko shenyun. Not because they don't want you to share you, but because they believe they have checked your akose jaye. If you really remember all those things I'm mentioning, I know people play movies with it, but these are things that I think I've encountered my grandfather telling us like, akose jaye tie ko she nkankan bayi. If you notice, some people will tell you, money mi o kin jẹ nkankan. not because they have the word. They told them why they were growing, not to eat it. You get what I mean, sir? I know we are making sense out of no sense, but I don't understand the reason why she was doing video recordings with it. Fine, you might see MohBad, you might hear from MohBad. People are seeing him now. People see him. Not that he was sending them. People couldn't sleep. People are losing their mind. A lot of mothers, you are a father too, you couldn't cope. Auntie Yabo couldn't cope because they stayed together and there was a relationship between them one way or the other. Polo couldn't sleep. A lot of people couldn't sleep. Their parents. So those people who had close connection with him, not to talk of we that don't even talk to him, and we just listen to the song and everything, you can see how strong that guy's spirit is. He's somebody that had come to the world to impact, but he was cut short. I understand the fact. There's so many things that they tell us why we're growing. I remember my grandfather telling me about, you know, before a royal man could come out as a king, they have days they stay in their Ikpebi. Even when a king claims he's a Christian, he still do it. So I believe there is still what they call Yoruba tradition. I believe some people can see the dead, but I don't believe in you hearing all those things, seeing those things, and carrying video recordings to do it. You could tell people that MohBad send you a message. You could go to those people. You know, the world is funny and we don't accept things, especially in a grieving period. It wouldn't be too funny to be putting all those stuffs during grieving period. And like I told people, I'm not blaming MohBad's father. I'm not blaming MohBad's mother. I'm not blaming anybody. MohBad has been a child from a broken home. It could happen to anybody. He's been a child of circumstance. Father is poor. Mother is poor. They don't have a say. I looked at the guy's result from the secondary school, sir. If anybody, like, if it's from a good home, he wouldn't go to be signed with a record label. He would have been to Babcock and joined music class, do his degree and all that from a rich family or something. But we can't blame everything on poverty. It has happened, and that's why I'm not supporting what Pastor Tunde Bakari was saying. Otishele is not from a wealthy home. He was trying to find a means of helping himself and making sure poverty doesn't continue in his family. So you don't blame the dead. This gentleman, and even the father sings as well. You can see, even mom was like, mom left. People are criticizing the fact that, oh, she's been, okay, maybe she's done some atrocities. This is not the time to go into family intimacy or family personal issues. Let's face MohBad's situation. Let's just not commit more sin while we are trying to look for justice for somebody. People were like, single mothers that are fighting for her. It's not anybody's business. Let's just fight for this gentleman. His spirit is not sleeping. Let's fight for him. They've exhumed him. Let them give him a proper funeral like everybody has been looking out for, because now candlelight is done. Proper funeral will help him. Different people are saying, oh, we can wake him up. This is saying this. Different newspaper. You know how people sell their stuff. Gone are the days there was no social media. And now social media is helping. If there was no social media, nobody would still know about MohBad. And it should have just gone like that, under the carpet. But now there's social media. So I believe Adetoun, possibly, she might have seen MohBad, but I'm not in the support of the fact that she was going around with the camera. I'm not blaming her. And everybody that has contributed, like the likes of Auntie Yabo, the likes of Tonto DK, a lot of them, they've gone extra mile as a mother. We are in the diaspora. We know sleeping as well. Every day you open your internet and it's everything about MohBad. Every day this is MohBad. Every day you don't want to, except you want to switch off your mobile phone or you want to switch off your internet. You can't just go 3 faces on 3 people and you won't see that guy's face. And then the musicals, like I was telling somebody, someone was telling me, do you believe in spirituality? Money, Daddy Freeze, you are a pastor now. God called you one way or the other. Something gave you the instinct that you are called into the ministry, and then you started it, and then you've got your followers, and people trusted you, and whatever you say. I said, I believe that when the boy was singing, there was a connection with the spirit realm that did not let anybody understand the lyrics. We were dancing, but we couldn't understand the lyrics. But not until there was no life in him. That was when we can read in between each lines of song. And then we begin, the song now turned to fear to a lot of us. Like when I listen to some of his songs, I start crying in my room. Some, like, I look at the video clip, my daughter said, Mom, that's just a video clip, but he was expressing something, bringing out his art and singing. Of course, they are artwork, but it's meaningful to that gentleman. But we didn't listen. We couldn't hear it because it was spiritually covered. It's not that this noise of help me, I'm crying, I'm going through this, but it was a nobody's child and nobody was concerned about him. Nobody was concerned about him, Daddy Freeze. This is a guy with a good grade from the school. Not even the secondary school could give him a scholarship to go to the university. Who knows who? Father struggled to send him to poly. He didn't even stay. The guy was just like, I want to make my family proud. I want to make it. I want to make my parents get out of this whole thing. That is what every youth would do. If everybody should remember their street where they've come from. You see all the guys are hustling. Boys hustle now. Boys hustle. Poor people hustle more. Average Nigerians, even now, the Gary is not even for poor people. People are hustling. So I believe it's not just the people that kill him now that is not resting. Everybody is not resting now. Everybody is not resting. Nobody is resting. So he could come to you in your dream as well, Daddy Freeze, because he knows you've been talking about him. I'm not joking. Seeing him in the dream doesn't mean that he's now wearing your bag, carrying this. All those things are too extra. We shouldn't just disclose them. I'm not blaming Auntie. Auntie has done well, going up and down, praying for him to have peace of mind and rest. Fine. Like some people, I'm sure some people don't believe there is still life after death. But while I was growing, I'm sure 100%, I remember in Abeokuta, there was a man who was very wealthy and died. And some people said they found him in Sokoto, doing Alabaru. That his spirit is not resting. I don't know if some Yoruba people or some people who understand what I'm saying. I was a child, but I could hear my parents discussing the conversation.
We also heard a lot of Akudaya and all that. That's
yes,
sir.
Yes, sir. So this gentleman now, I won't be saying Adetoun is crazy 100%. I won't be supporting anybody saying that. But I would say I'm not in support of her carrying video recordings because you know the kind of Nigerians we have. People might accept, people might not accept, but that she could do it with some group of people who believe in it and they keep going. Sure, you understand. Because
okay, my sister, thank you so much. I only wanted to bring you for 1 minute, but
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for coming, and I appreciate your opinion on this. Do take care and stay blessed. Thank you guys so much. I'm about to follow my #1 gifter on TikTok. And I think so far it's Kel's Mill Vintage. That's my #1 gifter. If you're watching on TikTok, pop those money guns, double click the screen. Let's get it to 70,000 likes real quick. Double click the screen. Let's get it to 70,000 likes. Sharp, 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 sharp. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, double click the screen. Oh, yeah. On 57, all right, 57.6, 57.7. Double click the screen, 57.8. Pop my money guns. Pop my money guns if you're watching on TikTok. Right, that's right. Pop my money guns. Thank you so much. I'm going to start ending the lives one by one. I'm starting with Facebook. Facebook, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. God bless. I'm going to come back a little later at the night. We'll have more conversations, and I'll let you know what we will be talking about when that time comes. Ada blessing. First Lady Bestie, aka Pastor Brenda, thank you so very much. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. All right, we're on 61K. Let's get it to 70K. Just double click the screen. Follow my TikTok account. Follow my TikTok account. If you're watching on TikTok, follow me right now. We're on 62,000 likes. Pop those money guns. Pop those money guns. My #1 gifter so far is King Kelly 613. Thank you so much, YouTube. I'm closing. Which should I close first? Let me close Instagram, then YouTube, then TikTok. So goodbye, Instagram.